What's going on, guys? Vol here with a brand new video of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruined DLC. If you haven't watched the previous videos, this is a sign that you should do so. Anyways, in this video I'm going to be doing something slightly different. I'm going to be doing a speedrun of the game. As you can see in my live split in the right corner, I'll be doing the betrayal ending, OOB, which means out of bounds. So I'll be using any out of bounds glitch that I can do to complete the game as fast as possible. Now, as you can also see, my time that I've gotten so far is 46 minutes 5 seconds, and that's with many mistakes. I've died a few times and I've taken forever to do a couple of the glitches. I can definitely do so much quicker. So my goal in this video is sub 40. Now, that could happen, that could not. I'm not entirely sure. It's going to be really hard. But as long as I get under 46 minutes, I'm fine with that. But my goal is sub 40 or sub 40. Now, you might also be wondering, where's my VTuber model? Well, it seems like the software, I think, was messing with my game and causing it to run slightly differently, which kind of wouldn't allow me to do some of the glitches. So I'm just not going to have it on, because whenever I would turn off the software, the glitches would work, but then when I would have it on, it wasn't. So I'm just going to have it like that. But without further ado, let's get right into the game. Now, before the game does start, I want to explain I have two keybinds set for the forwards and backwards buttons that allows me to go up and down elevators, or not elevators, up and down ladders really quickly. So I just zoom up and down them. So I'll be optimizing that, and also having two keybinds set for moving forwards helps me do a glitch later in the run that I don't think anyone else has figured out yet. It's part of a glitch that is commonly used, but the method I use to do the glitch is slightly different than what everyone else does. But first I gotta wait for this little cutscene to start before I can start the timer. The timer starts as soon as I start moving, so I just gotta wait for the cutscene to end. And I gotta start the timer right about now. Okay, so now I just zoom down the ladder by pressing both of the buttons for down. And I go through this little cutscene. I also want to mention that I'm playing in version 1.4. Most speedruns of this game that have been done were in version 1.3. So there are some things that were patched that I can't do. So my run is definitely going to be slower than, much slower than the world record. But that's because, like I said, I'm playing in version 1.4. But as you can see that I'm doing right now, I'm doing something called bunny hopping, which is a way to go further distances but still keep your speed and stamina. So basically what I'm doing is, as soon as I hit the ground, I press sprint and then jump. And then I let go of sprint as soon as I hit jump. And that allows me, like I said, to go further distances and to keep the same speed that you would normally sprinting. So I've gone this distance without having to regain my stamina once. So that's going to be used a lot in the run, because there's a lot of places where I do run, but then most of it is just going to be glitches. Whenever I am doing these glitches out of bounds, I'm not going to do bunny hopping because I've fallen off way too many times to do that. So I'm not going to risk it. I just bunny hop my way over here. There's nothing I can do here but to listen to the walkie-talkie of Fake Gregory. Ooh, I am a little bit closer to the elevator. Sometimes I am pushed a little closer to the elevator. It doesn't really save much time. Maybe a fraction of a second, but it's just, oh, cool. But here's the first case where I do go zooming up the ladder. So I just gotta go run over to this ladder. And I do have to sit through this elevator cutscene, but it's very quickly. But what I'll do is I'll hold both buttons for moving forwards or upwards, and I just zoom up it. The normal speed is this, but then I can just zoom up it by pressing both buttons. And there's nothing saying in the speedrun rules that you can't do that, so I'm just gonna continue to do that with all the ladders. So I can't really do much through the vents. I do actually have to just use up all my stamina. So that's a little unfortunate, but all speedrunners have to deal with this, so whatever. So I just run on over here, fall through the vents. Yep. And through most of this section, I can't really do anything big. It's just getting all the way to where Monty like first attacks us and then the title screen shows up. Then after that, we get into the big like glitches and out of bounds tricks. So I just gotta run on over here
Chica?
and keep on hopping.
You look awful.
And I just gotta hop down this long corridor. This is like a good example of just when the bunny hopping is so useful, because usually you have to like stop and regain your stamina, then keep going. It's just so useful. I do have to pick up the Faz wrench because it is like a very important tool within this run.
It's just like my dad's.
Like there's no choice. There are doors that I do have to open with it, like the first door coming up. So I do have to use it like here to complete this puzzle, so I'll just do this very quickly. It doesn't take too long, but it is a little annoying. I just gotta hope that I went far enough on the top row, which looks like it did, yep. And here's one of the first skips. It saves like a good minute, but I jump on this railing and I just fall down. And that's the first skip that I can use. That saves, like I said, a minute, so that's great. Coming up later in the run, the first like big skip I do, I might not get as good of a time as I did in my last run, but that's because this one is a little like difficult to get into. It can take a good like few seconds to get into the glitch and then to actually like finish it up, but I'm just gonna try and do the best I can on it. I'm not gonna restart the run because there's places later in the run where I can save so much time, so it's not a huge deal if I lose like a couple seconds to a minute. I do have to wait for cutscenes to load and so on and so forth. I do also want to say that there are going to be two places in the run where I am allowed to pause the timer, and that is when I'm loading sections. One of them will be me exiting out of the game to load this section, and then the other one will be me just dying on purpose to load a section in the game. So those are valid in the speedrun for the game. So I will be pausing the timer in those sections. But first we have to get this mask. The mask is like really important, not only for like completing the game, but also it can be used so much, like with so many other glitches. It is required to do some of the glitches that I'm going to be doing, but it's just so cool, the mask in general, like the concept. So I gotta spam through this dialogue. I can't really skip the dialogue, which sucks. I just skip on all the way through it. Yep. And then take off the mask, and then spam through it again. And here's the first skip. I wedge myself here, and I do something called a wedge jump, where basically I just spam forwards and jump in this corner, like wedging myself in this corner, and it shoots me upwards. It takes a minute, but there we go. I'm on top of this box. Now I jump onto like a invisible like little wall thing here. It takes a minute, but if I just jump at the right angle, it like takes a minute. This one is honestly like harder. Oh, I fell off. That's not good. Okay, I just gotta get up quickly. I'm gonna spam forwards and space to get back up as fast as I can. Come on. Come on, get up. Get up. This is not good. Come on, get up. Come on, get up. You might hear me spamming my keyboard, but that's quite common for me to spam my keyboard for this. Come on, get up. Come on. Up. Up. Oh, I'm so close. That was so unfortunate how I fell off. Come on. Come on, get up. Okay, I'm gonna try it backwards, because I can sometimes do it backwards. And it is sometimes easier. No, come on. I don't want to waste too much time here. This is so annoying. Okay. Yes, yes, okay, I got back up. Now I need to get onto the wall. Please let me on. I'm on. Let me on. Let me on. Okay, I'm on. Okay, now I walk on over here, and then I run on over to this second log, and I fall down. Now I do the wedge jump here again. This one isn't as hard. It can be annoying sometimes, but isn't as hard. Now I just do the wedge jump there. I put on the mask, and it shoots me upwards. And I jump up, and I just Yep, there we go. I jump up, and then I walk around this, while being careful, walk around this, and then I walk around this, and I take off the mask, and I put on the mask, and just spam jumping forwards. And I'm just trying to get onto the top of that, like, little pillar thing. It can take a few tries, so it's not a huge deal if I don't get this right away. It is annoying, though. Come on. Okay, I just gotta keep on doing this until I get into the spot. Come on. Basically, I'm just trying to get up there so that I can skip a huge section in this. Basically, I'm skipping the entirety of Monty Golf. Come on. Ah, I'm so close. Please. Come on. Ah, I've never taken this long on this section. Come on. Oh, yes. Okay. Oof. Okay, now I just walk on over here. I wait for that dialogue. I let it play through. Then I pause the game and the timer. And then I go to the main menu, because now I need to load in this section. And basically what you just saw me do was skip the entirety of Monty Golf to get to the node section. So now my timer is paused. I did lose like a good 2-ish minutes, but that's not a huge deal, because I can just make that up later in the run. So now I'm just going to continue the game, and it's going to load in that entire section as soon as I get in. So I just got to get ready to start my timer and then go to the next split, where actually shortly after this we'll be doing another glitch. It's not so much out of bounds, but it is gonna like skip me having to do the nodes, so I don't have to do any of the nodes as long as I don't mess up. Now I've just gotta hope that I am faster later in the run, because I do want to get that sub 40, but if I don't, it's not a huge deal. And I start the timer now, and I split. There we go. And then I just walk along here. I am hoping that I did the split. I can't exactly see, but I will check in a minute. Okay, let's see. Did I? I did. And I'm already way behind. Like, this is unfortunate, but now I go into this corner, and I do another wedge jump. And this is going to allow me to skip doing the nodes and also go past the electric door. So I just gotta spam this, and it launches me upwards. There we go. Okay. And now I go onto this, jump onto this wall, and I run on over here, hoping that I do not fall off. And then I just run along here, and I jump down onto the little like moon shaped thing, I think that is. And I fall down a little bit, go up. Ooh, don't want to fall off. And then I go onto this. Yes. Now I gotta make sure I don't fall off quite yet, and then I want to fall off here. Then I run on over here, put on the mask, and I get pushed through the wall. So now I go to my next split. I can take off my mask now. And then I just basically run on through here and do some more bunny hopping. And the next skip is actually coming up close. A lot of the skips are like right next to each other. There's not many big sections. Oh, well, there's like one big section where you just actually have to do it. There's no skips to it, really. But now I just gotta run on through here and do the little like thing here. So now I do this puzzle quickly. Not much I can do really. And then, ooh, not long enough. And then do this. Yes. Okay, so here comes the next skip. I go into the office, I jump onto this pizza box, or this box in general, and then I jump onto here. I go into this corner, back up, and put on the mask. And it didn't quite work there, so I'm going to take off the mask, and I'm going to back up again. Then I'm going to put on the mask, and there we go. I take off the mask, puts me up. Put on the mask, puts me up again, and I just jump and walk on forwards. And then I can walk in the middle of the floor, and I do the same thing here. I take off the mask and spam forwards. It didn't quite work, so I put on the mask and spam forwards. That works. Okay, so now I get up. I'm not really supposed to have the mask on here, but that's fine. I don't think it really affects it. So I just run on over here. I go around this, oh gosh. I go around the wall, I take off the mask, and it puts me through the wall, and there's my split. Now I have to run over here to load the next section, then I won't run back. And this is a huge skip. This skips the entirety of daycare, what I'm about to do. So usually you have to like
It's a dead end.
do a small puzzle to get rid of the TV screen, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to spam up like the forwards and jump, and it pushes me up. Then I put on the mask, and it pushes me up. Then I jump and move forwards onto this ledge. Then I take off the mask, I walk forwards again, and then I jump onto here. Now I walk on over here, jump up, and then I walk on forwards. Now this, I gotta be really careful. I need to jump onto here, and I got to jump over the wet floor sign and not fall, which I just did, and then as soon as I fall down, that's the next section done. So now I jump on over here, make sure I load the endos in by going over here a little bit, then I walk all the way back over here. And what I essentially do is I just wait until the game saves. There we go, and now it loads the next section. So now I can run on over here and go through where the like container would usually be, the shipping container, and I go to like this little like crack in the wall, this line. I put on the mask, and it pushes me through, which is amazing. Now I'm just gonna make sure I'm on my next. Yep. Okay. Oh, it didn't go to the next. Okay, that's fine. Now it should have. Yes. Okay, now I'm about to do another skip.
She's wearing my mask.
I'm gonna jump up here, and then I'm gonna jump over here. Yes. Then I'm gonna jump up here, and basically just run off. And I just skipped having to do the endo puzzle. Now I can go to the next split. Now this, unfortunately, what I'm coming up to, I also have to sit through this loading. Why isn't it going to the next? Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I have to sit through this cutscene. I don't know why it wasn't going through the other skips, but I just saved. I think, no, I didn't save any time. I'm a little behind. That's not a huge deal. But here I can save a few minutes by not dying. It is unfortunate that I did lose a full like 2-ish minutes, but that's not a huge deal at all. Like I said, I can save so much time later in the run, but I've just got to sit through this ride. There's really nothing I can do. So I'll skip to like when I get to the end of the ride and like I'm about to be thrown off of the ride, and I will see you there. Okay, here we go. We just got to the top of the ride, and I'm gonna be thrown off quite soon, right about now. Yep, I just got thrown off. And now this is just bunny hop simulator. I've just got to run through this section and do the nodes. Now, what I can do, instead of having to like go all the way around and doing all of the puzzles, I can do a small skip up here. So what I do is I put on the mask, I jump onto this rail, if I can. I jump onto this rail, and then I jump onto there, and jump down. And bam, I just skipped having to go all the way around. Now I can just deactivate this node, go through this tunnel, and immediately have Nexus be disabled, so we don't have to worry about him. So now he's about to get disabled for just a short amount of time. And now I can just run all the way down here. Or I should say bunny hop instead of run. But now I'm just gonna run all the way down here, and then as soon as I go here, swing back around, and now I can go and deactivate the node over here. I believe it's a chair, so I can just run and jump up that. That saves like a few seconds of time. I deactivate this chair node, and then I turn around and bunny hop back. Now there's nothing I can really do here but like just go run all the way around. But this does still like save time than doing it from the other side, because you have to do like puzzles to get over here and so on and so forth. It's not worth it. So now I just run up here, and like I said, I did die in this section within my last run. So if I do complete this section without dying, then I should be on time, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It does all depend on how I proceed this
Looks like
next
that
section. I
target's
could do a
connected to
small
the
skip,
raised catwalk.
which like saves a few seconds, but I don't think I'm gonna do it because that's how I like died every time.
The floor is all
Where did that
slippery.
barrel come from? Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, I could like jump that gap, but that's where I've like died every time, so I'm not gonna do that. That does save like quite a few minutes, but it's not worth it. So now I'm gonna deactivate this trash node, and then what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go back over here to the Monty gun, and I'm gonna lower the bridge, because there's like I can't get to the next node without doing so. And now I jump up over to the bridge. I am gonna like run on slopes. I'm not confident with bunny hopping on them, but yeah. So here's another small skip. I am gonna jump over to here and deactivate this node. That saves like a couple minutes. And then I'm gonna walk on here and then jump. That saves a couple minutes of just having to run all the way around, going through the portal thing, and so on and so forth. So now I'm just gonna run on back and deactivate the parent node, and then afterwards I'm just gonna go back on the Monty ride and sit through that again. But now I gotta run over to this node and do this as fast as possible. It is random, so I'm gonna have to guess what I have to do. That's wrong. I think that does go over. That goes forwards, and then this goes in a U. Yes. Okay. That's not the best one I could have gotten, but it is what it is. I am saving, like, sometime here. So I'm gonna run on over to this ride on over here. And I'm just gonna bunny hop my way over to the little puzzle where I will do it. Okay, so I'll go all the way down. Do that line first, then I'll do the second line. And then do that final line. And then I can go to the next split now. Okay, so I just saved a good minute-ish in Monty Catwalks. That is great. A little disappointing how I am running a little behind, but that's fine. There's still so much time that I can save later in the run, especially using the strategy that I found that I don't think anyone else has found. So there is that. Now I just gotta do some more bunny hopping to Chica's kitchen.
You did great. You're getting closer. How do you know?
There is another skip in Chica's kitchen where basically I skip the majority of Chica's kitchen. I do have to sit through this loading. It sucks, but I just have to deal with it. I've got approximately like about 2-ish minutes to do this skip. That doesn't give me much time, but I'm sure I can do it. Now, this is a section where I've died so many times in the past, and I'm gonna try not to die, but it's not guaranteed. And that could be run over, but you never know. I am gonna play this out because if I do get a time under 46 minutes, then that's fine. I am trying to get that sub 40, but I'll just continue to do the bunny hopping to go as fast as possible. I just gotta bunny hop over here all the way to the first conveyor belt. Now, I don't have to do any of the puzzles. There is another loading section, but I just gotta sit through it. Nothing I can do. I've got about a minute to do this next skip. And I've got to do this instantly. Like, I've taken so much time to, like, perfect this. It is not perfected, truly. Honestly, it's not. But if I can just jump up there, I need to, like, jump onto the machine. Jump up. No. Okay. Goodness. And I gotta let my stamina... Okay, come on, come on. This is not good. I'm losing time. Come on, jump up. This is honestly hard to get onto. If you jump in like just the wrong like place. It pushed me backwards. That's not fair. Okay. Maybe I jump there. Yes. Okay. Now I jump onto there. Jump up onto this ledge. I run on over. And I fall down. And this is where I've died. I've got to jump this gap and not die. And I just did it. Nice. Okay. I don't know if I've saved time. I probably haven't. Whoa, my voice cracked. I put on the mask, and that's that section done. Now I just jump off into here, and I pause. So now I've just got to reload the game. I saved some time, not the best, but I did save some time. So now I just unpause when I am able to move again. But that's the final section where I do pause the timer, because this is like a section where I am loading another section, so that's it, where I really have to just load sections. So now I start the timer now. Okay, so now I just hop on over here, and this I can't really do much in. I just gotta do bunny hopping, because this is what is this called again? The server room. Yes, the Upper East server room. I just gotta do bunny hop simulator and hop my way over there. So while I am here, I'm gonna explain what's coming up. What is coming up is after this is the saloon. In the saloon, I'm gonna be skipping the entire saloon by doing another out of bounds glitch. After the saloon is gonna be the sewers. There's just a small skip that I can do. It doesn't really do much. It's just a small one. You'll see. It's actually cool, but just small. After that is, I believe, after the sewers is, what is it again? Isn't it Roxy Raceway? I go through Roxy Raceway and I do a skip there. Where I just basically skip the entirety of Roxy Raceway. Then after that is Bonnie Bowl. I do another skip there, which is where I actually use the thing that I found. Then after that is Phaser Blast, which I also do a skip there to skip Phaser Blast. So like within these next few sections, I'm skipping all of them. That's how this speedrun is possible. You basically skip all of the sections except for like 2, which is the Monty Catwalks and this server room. So now I gotta deactivate this. And there's no way to really do this faster other than bunny hopping and knowing where the things are. But it's kind of like straightforward. So yeah. Okay, so now I just gotta hop on over here through this door. And now I can take off the mask. And now I just run on over here. By run I mean bunny hopping. And there's not much to do, really. It's just bunny hopping until I get to where I can do the skip. So now I'm walking into the saloon. And I just bunny hop my way over here. And I gotta let this load. Nothing much I can really do there. Okay, now this is a crucial skip. I need to do this perfectly. If I do fall, I die, and that's a minute lost. I've yet to fall, which is great. But also I do have to remember to do like a little like running backwards to load the next section, or else I can waste so much time. So what I do is I do wedge jumping on this cone. I jump up here, I jump on over here, and then I jump on here, and I jump on this weird little like ledge on the wall. I jump onto these boxes, I move forwards a little bit, I put on the mask, take off the mask, I put on the mask, it pushes me up, I take off the mask, and I put the mask on one more time, it pushes me up, and I can just run on over here. I take off the mask, I jump onto this rock, I walk onto this ledge, and then I fall off onto this ledge, and I walk basically all along this ledge until I get to the like little foxy section over here, and that is Roxy Raceway done. Okay, so now I run backwards and then run forwards, and basically I just run all the way to the sewers, or bunny hop. Hearing the sewers lets me know that it's actually like loaded, and also seeing the metal door tells me that it's loaded, so that's great. Now I need to do another loading situation. I have to go down the ladder just a little bit, then back up. That loads the section below me, and then I do another wedge jump onto this like toolbox. I jump, oh, that's great. I do a wedge jump onto the toolbox, then I jump onto there, and I jump down. And surprise, Monty has not spawned because I just skipped the spawning thing. So now I can just soar through this section without having to worry about Monty. Now if Monty was here, it wouldn't be a big deal because I've kind of like learned on how to do the puzzles immediately. But I still don't have to deal with him. So that's great. Now I do this puzzle. They don't take too long once you like actually learn them. So it's just gonna be a lot of speeding through. There we go, that's that done. And sewers is done. So now I'm on to Raceway. The Raceway skip is honestly really cool, but like it can make or break this run. If I fail it, it's over. The run is over because I get soft locked. So I'm gonna try not to do that. There is a couple ways I can do that, and I don't want to do either. So I've got to be really careful. But you'll see what I'm talking about, like when I get there. So a small ladder that I just have to zoom upwards, and more bunny hopping all the way to the Raceway over here, if I don't get stuck on stuff. Okay, so as I'm coming up, basically what I'm doing is I'm walking on the walls that surround the Raceway by doing some wedge jumping, and that allows me to skip the entirety of the Raceway. But if I do fall off, the game will immediately save, and now I'm stuck in that area because none of the like little wooden doors are like broken open. And because it has saved, it's just gonna put me back there. So I do a wedge jump here onto this trash can. It can take like a second to do it. This isn't like the most reliable wedge jump, but it's not too hard once you do it enough. And come on, I'm almost there. Yes, okay. Now what I gotta do is jump onto this. It can take a minute, but especially since that cone is there, I think. Oh, and I fall down. Okay, I can just put the mask back on. Like, that's not the detrimental part. But like later, as I'm running along the walls, it can be annoying and like make or break the run. So I just jump up. There we go. Jump onto this. Nope, I gotta commit. There we go. Okay. Now I jump up onto a invisible barrier, onto the wall, and I run. And here, I don't think like I could fall off. I haven't so far. There we go. Okay, I get onto there. Now if I fall off, it's game over. So I gotta be very careful. I jump onto there, and I jump up onto an invisible wall. I walk forwards, and I jump onto there. Now I walk forwards, and this is where it can go wrong. There's an invisible wall here that I have to jump onto, fall off, and I have to jump this gap, and bam, it's done. And that is Raceway done. Now I don't have to worry about Roxy or anything. I do have to get past this car, which is annoying. But I just hop on over here, I complete the puzzle, and I activate Roxy. So let me just do this puzzle quickly. I'll do this middle line first, because it is the longest. I go all the way to the end, then I do the bottom line, and then I go back up, and bam. I do have to run into the door, and then there's Roxy. Now, this next skip is definitely where I'm going to be saving so many minutes. This is going to be the Money Bull skip, but first I have to put on the mask, take off the mask, and bam. I can now run. That's like a cool way to skip like walking slow. So I do put the mask back on to go through this door, drop down, and then I go up the ladder.
It looks like the whole place fell in.
And I am going to take off the mask as soon as I get back up, so I don't have to worry about Nexus. But now I just bunny hop my way over to Bonnie Bowl. Now I don't go inside of Bonnie Bowl, but I'm gonna be like right at the entrance of it. So I'm gonna put on my mask, and I'm gonna keep the mask on so that I don't have to like take it off and go slow until like I get to a specific section. So I'm just gonna bunny hop my way. I might trigger Nexus, but that's fine, because he's not a huge deal until he actually like spawns an animatronic, but that doesn't happen for like a few seconds after he spawns. But basically I'm just gonna crouch through here, then take off the mask. And Nexus didn't spawn. Cool. Now, instead of going through the door on the left there, I'm gonna go all the way down to this toolbox. This is the strategy that I found. I'm gonna hold W and A and one of my Sorry, I'm gonna hold my keybind for forwards, then spam W, D, and jump. And basically, it's gonna allow me to, if I can get up, it's gonna push me up and like keep me trapped in the air. But I need to be at a specific height for this to work. So I'm not high enough there. I'm high enough here. So I put on the mask. I take off the mask. I put on the mask. And I'm on this ledge. And now I just walk forwards. I can run forwards. I'm not bunny hopping because I have fallen off too many times. So now I go on over here. I move backwards. I hop down. Now, I just run on over here. And I basically take off the mask here. And it puts me inside of Bonnie's backstage room. And that is Bonnie Bull done. And skipped. Now I just go through this tube section. Nothing much I can do there. But I just saved 3 minutes. Which is great. I don't think I'm going to get a sub 30 in this run. Or not sub 30, sorry, sub 40. It is like pretty hard to do a sub 40, personally. But there is another minute I can save. So, in my last run, I died when doing the Phaser Blast skip. So, I'm going to be careful with this one and take it slightly slower at the part that I do keep dying at. But first, I need to load like a specific section of Phaser Blast. So I'm just gonna run down, obviously, this vent to get to Phaser Blast. But this skips the entirety of Phaser Blast, so I don't have to deal with Prototype Freddy. So first, what I have to do is I have to run on over here, and then run back. And basically, what I can do now is wedge jump here, and it pushes me up here. I jump up this invisible barrier. I jump onto the wall. I jump forwards to this vent, walk back and right, down, and then back, and now I can run along here, and I drop down, and now I'm on the walls. So now I can just run along the walls and skip the entirety of Phaser Blast, which is amazing, because that skips, I don't even know how long this took me the first time, 10 minutes I think? I don't know. So I jump down, deactivate the node, and I just hop on through, and bam. That is Phaser Blast done, which I forgot to do the split for it, but that's fine. And I just go on through this vent. And I gotta sit through this little cutscene. Not that bad, but... Okay, now I just... Oh, okay, run along in the vents. And turn this corner. Do slow down a little bit. Okay, turn this corner. Slow down for a second. And then run on forwards, and bam. Okay. Stop crouching. Okay. So now I go through another vent, which is annoying. These vents are so annoying, but you have to deal with them. There's no way to skip the vents in 1.4. There's a way to actually skip the first vent that you went into, like at the very beginning, so that you don't have to go through like that tiny little kitchen area with Chica in it. But that's only 1.3. It doesn't work in 1.4. So, when I was watching other speedruns of this video, there was one speedrunner that was trying to do some, like, out-of-bounds glitch, but I don't know what his result was going to be with it. He couldn't do it. It was taking him too much time to do it, and I did figure out how to do it, like, every time, but I had no clue where he was going with it, what it exactly it helped with. So, I'm just going to hop on over here. And this is another big skip. I jump onto this chair, onto this table, jump down. Now I don't have to walk slow. I can just bunny hop my way all the way over to Roxy. So that does save like a good minute of walking slow and having the dialogue with the Mimic, or fake Gregory. But I do just gotta bunny hop my way over here. Not much I can do. I actually do have to go through this entire section all the way to the end. There is actually one skip that I do, but that's like at the end right next to Candy Cadet, so I do have to like jump my way all the way over there, which is so unfortunate. But no one's like found a way to skip any of this. So until that does happen, the speedrun of this game is like what, 32 minutes, 34 minutes. I just gotta speed through this as fast as possible. As heartbreaking as it is, I gotta do it fast. And also cut off Roxy, but now I just, come on, start moving, and now I just start bunny hopping forwards. And like I said, all I can do now is just jump all the way to the elevator, and all the way to Candy Cadet actually. So I just run down these stairs. I'm not gonna bunny hop here because it's not worth it. Okay, now I just bunny hop over here, and I should make it to the elevator. I think I do have to regain my stamina once. Yeah, I do. Okay, I regain it just a little bit, and now I can just bunny hop the rest of the way. And I walk into the elevator, start the process of going down, and now I just sit in here and do absolutely nothing. There's no way I'm getting a sub 40 in this video, because it takes a good, like, 3 minutes to get through this next section, and I only have 2 minutes. So I am going to get below the time that I did have before, so a sub 45 for sure. But I am going to continue to practice this run, and practice that beginning, so that I can get a sub 40 run. But I can't really, like, it's hard to do that beginning part, because you got to make sure you don't fall off. Then you also got to make sure that you do it, like, instantly. I think the elevator is about to stop soon. But you got to make sure, like, you do that instantly, and it can be hard to do that instantly. It's kind of just luck. But I just run on forwards or walk forwards. I don't want to waste my stamina. And, yep, okay. Now I just start bunny hopping, and bunny hop my way past the Freddy statue thing. Crouch in here, and then do some more running. As Cassie is crying. She's not crying at the moment, but she will, I think, in a minute. I just run on down here, regain my stamina, nothing much I can do. I'm just gonna run on all the way down here, fall down, and you guys are gonna love this next glitch that I do. Out of bounds glitch. It does save you some running. It's not like major until towards the end of the glitch, because it skips like so much, and it kind of breaks the game. But that's like the biggest part of it. Like, you don't have to worry about having to do something, and you'll see what I mean. I don't want to spoil too much, but I think you can guess what's gonna happen with what I've said. And also with like a previous skip that I did. But basically what I do is I do another wedge jump here. If I can jump up. Okay, I do a wedge jump here. I crouch, I walk along this bar. And then I walk towards this barrel. I drop down onto these wires. I have to jump onto this dark pipe over here. Jump up, jump onto this wall, walk forwards, and fall down. Now I can just jump onto here, and wait a minute. Where's the mimic, you ask? Not there, because I don't have to deal with him. I can just run all the way to the end without having to worry about the mimic. Well, you guys already saw this in the last video if you did watch it, but this is awesome. So now I just run on down to the betrayal ending. It would be faster to do the Brazil ending or the good ending if I did actually have that done, but like I literally cannot do that in this speedrun. The good ending. I could do the Brazil ending, but I'm doing this run for the betrayal ending, so I hop on all the way down here, and unfortunately when I do start this, the mimic does spawn. But that's fine, because I've mastered this puzzle. I can do this every single time without error, and that is run done as soon as I cutscene. That is run done. 30 or 41 minutes on the dot. And there's so much time I can save, because as you saw earlier in the run, I wasted a good 2 minutes trying to do that first skip. I don't know if I'll do another speedrun video. I think what I'm gonna do though is I'm just gonna record videos, and if I do get a sub 40 I will post that, but it's probably gonna be me with no commentary, so you'll just see me running silent. I might make some like comments and stuff if I do something. Like if I do see that this is the run, then I'll probably start talking. But if I do get a sub 40, I'll just upload the no commentary version, because I won't be talking, because I'll probably be doing so many runs. But that's the end of the run, and man, That was a fast run. I surprised myself with how fast I actually did the Bonnie Bowl skip, because at first that skip would take me like 10 minutes, and then I got it down to 6 minutes, and now I got it down to like 1 minute. It took me 1 minute to do that skip. Man, that is fast. But anyway, that's the end of the video. I hope you're liking my series so far. It is coming to an end soon, but don't worry, I'll do some other game series. If you want to leave suggestions for games, you can leave that in the comments section. But if you're liking the series so far, please give a like, and if you want to see more videos, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!